Bounty hunters are empowered by an 1875 federal law that permits agents of bail bondsmen to enter residences and cross state lines in pursuit of bail jumpers. Bail jumpers' offenses can range from simple misdemeanors to armed assault, drug trafficking, and even murder. This is their world.
Hold on. Turn your hand around. Hey, kid. Turn it around.
Law enforcement agents.
Across the United States, over 10 million fugitives roam our city streets.
I ain't going back to jail.
Fugitive recovery agents, the real bounty hunters, are the men whose job it is to bring these felons down. To seek.
Go, 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 go.
To locate.
Hang on, you're under arrest.
To capture.
Down, all the way down. Don't move.
To bring them back to justice. Fugitive recovery agents, the real bounty hunters, is shot entirely on location and involve people that jump bail. Although guilty of jumping bail, they are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. These are their stories.
The skiff that we have that we're going out on right now, Billy Joe Perkins, about 6'1", 170 pounds. He picked up a 11379 H&S possession for sales, controlled substance. He made bail on that one, and then again he got busted again, was bailed out again, kept his nose clean for a while, and the third time he was arrested for 11550 for under the influence of a controlled substance. Previous to this, he had an indicated sentence of 5 years, 8 months state prison time, suspended, conditional that he was to adhere to 3 years probation, felony probation, which was drug testing on a monthly basis, constant contact with parole or probation agent. And now that he's picked up this third offense, he's a candidate for third strike. And he knows it. He's not going to want to go. Straight up. The one bust that they did at the house where they found the dope within the house, there was a weapon inside, but from what I understand, that was confiscated. But we don't know for fact or positively certain, so everybody be on their toes. We've already done our layout. First cell in, first team in, our cover. Everyone's got that down. And the deal's going to be if the vehicle's in the driveway, we're going to hit it. If not, we're going to stand down, and then we'll muster at a different location. So, everybody got their assignments?
Got it. Got it.
Everybody's ready to go?
Ready to do it.
Everybody safe?
Safe.
Team. Let's do it. The local bail bondsman handed the case over to us. This one differs in that originally he was bailed out on a drug possession for sales charge, made bail, was released on bail, went out, reoffended for basically the same type of charge for possession for sales, bailed out again through another bail bond agency, and then here approximately about 1 month ago, month and a half ago, he was arrested again, but this time it was for being under the influence of a controlled substance. This is John Young over at Smith & Lisenberry Bail Bonds. I'm calling to let you know that we will be going out to 25 Road 159, and this is going to be on a bail revocation of one Billy Joe Perkins. We're not requesting a deputy backup or anything like that. I'm just letting you know for your information, just in case anything goes haywire. Alrighty? Thank you. Bye. The bondsman did not feel comfortable in having this guy out on his same bond, the original bond, the very first bond, because now it's progressed, and obviously his liability has gone up tremendously because this guy's gotten stacked charges right up, against him after he's already been bailed out on his first bond. Also, by way of interview from different people and CIs that we've contacted, they've all given the same indication that this guy is not going to go. In fact, he's an extreme flight risk right now. So rather than waiting until he goes ahead and jumps bail, we're going to go ahead and revoke the bond at this time. When we go in, I'm going to be the first one at the door. Two-man strike team will be directly behind me. As long as we see the vehicle in question, then it's going to be a green light go. We're coming up on the position right now. We're only about a quarter mile away. Check radio with Team 2. Ask him if he spot Broncos there. Vehicle's in the driveway. It's green light to go.
Go sit down. Go lay down.
Lay down.
You got it there?
Lay down.
Okay. Watch the window. It's open.
Hi. Billy?
Right there.
Okay.
Hold right there. Right there. Right there.
Law enforcement agents.
Bill enforcement. On your knees.
What
On your knees.
Got any?
On your knees.
What kind of enforcement agent?
On your knees. On your knees.
Bail enforcement.
Cuffs.
Oh, Gal, you did play bail.
Being revoked, Gal. Can I talk to you a second, Gal?
Can I ask you why?
Bill's been revoked.
Been revoked?
Been revoked. Got anything in your pockets?
Yes, sir. A pocket knife. Okay, let's bring him out.
Go outside.
Okay. Bail enforcement? Coming out, B, coming out. Can I ask why?
Your bail is revoked.
You didn't pay him.
You're on the walk.
Just take him to the car.
I gotta get this shit.
Just take him. Let's get him out of here.
Bill's not paid, Billy. It's not because of that.
What does it cost?
I don't know.
Did somebody kill him? I got a knife. Okay, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. Okay,
Stand right here.
stand loose right here. Where you got it? Right there? Yeah, we'll leave everything with it. Okay. Okay. Lean your head down. Well, handed. I know.
Put
Put your head down.
Head down.
There you go. There you go. Okay.
Yeah, I billed him the first time.
Oh,
So
you're
see,
the one
he
who
was
came and got us both out of jail.
right. Yeah, I remember because I bailed you out too.
Yeah.
Well, I bailed him out. Well, what happened is when he got arrested the second time, remember that was June 18th,
Right.
the related charge, almost identical.
Right.
This is a different surety company, but it's a second charge, so now he's got 2 felonies. Okay, so that made them really, really nervous. At this point, he hadn't called, he hadn't come into the office to sign paperwork
No,
or anything.
I didn't know. He didn't know about that. Neither did I.
Well, there was an attachment that went down to the booking area when he was released, and I know he got it. I know he received it. And what really scared it up, the way that his case is sitting right now, indicated sentence was 5 years, 8 months prison time, but they suspended that.
Right.
Agreeable because he made a deal on it, he got the deal and just went nolo contendere on it, change of plea to felony probation with a local lid. In other words, you know, if he offends or anything else like that or goofs up again, after he's already made this deal on our case,
Right.
then he would have had felony.
This isn't what he got on your case.
This was on the second one?
Yes.
Okay, because they went ahead and combined them. I really tried. I really, really, really tried to keep him out. But the surety company says,
This is ridiculous.
His liability has gone up so much.
How has his liability gone up on what? For nothing else has happened.
Because there hasn't been any contact, and because from the first time that we bailed him out.
He's gone to court every time he's gone to court for everything.
I realize that. I know.
This is crazy.
Yeah, from the first time that we bailed him out, he's reoffended on related charges twice. What's happened essentially is that the liability has just increased. It's just continued to increase. What it means now is that we're booking him in on the original charge, which is $5,000, unless
Right.
they decide to, boost it.
So we have to repay for bail
so
again?
he'll have to end up bailing out again. That's just.
Jesus Christ, we don't have any
What-
money.
Well, Gail, this is per the. They're the one that issue our bail bonds to us. I don't have a choice, Gail. I don't.
Why do we have to pay for him to bail out again when he's already paid to bail out?
Because
It doesn't make it. We've
the surety
already
company,
paid it, though.
they want relief of the liability.
The judge to release him on his own recognizances? The judge did. I have the papers that say that.
If he was released on the OR on our bond,
He was.
Then if you
I have
got-
the paperwork. I'll show
okay,
you.
well, let me see it. If he was released OR,
The
we
judge
should have
said
received.
The bill is lifted and you're out. You're out of here.
We should have an exoneration on it then.
I read it and it said the bill is lifted and you're just out on your own.
Okay.
Oh, it's on a yellow paper. We're out on
You're in
bail,
bond?
and the
Okay.
judge and the piece of paper. When we got home, I didn't even know it until I started reading the paper, and the paper said that the bill has been something, and you're out on your own. Can I ask him if he knows where his papers are?
We can ask him. We can ask him right quick.
Where's your paperwork like this?
From which one?
From any of them.
Should be right there.
Because the judge lifted our bail. When he sentenced me, he lifted our bail.
Okay, he lifted yours.
He lifted his
if
too.
you
I
were
read
sentenced
it.
at that time.
His was lifted too.
Both cases were combined together, and I made a plea, and she said, now we're out on our own OR.
We never received an exoneration slip or anything. That's why the
The bail was revoked.
releasing him and as ordered by the court.
All right. This OR release was for 11,550 H&S. See the charge right here? That's 11,550
No, that's a
H&S.
different one, Gal.
Case number
Yes, here's
33315.
right here is another one.
No.
Being released on recognizance.
No, they didn't OR him on that one.
Yes.
But what they did is they OR'd. No, it'd be signed, Gail. That's a standard. It's a standard judicial order. No, just hang on a second. I'm trying to help you guys. I really am, man. I really am. Okay, what they did is they OR'd. They released you on your own recognizance on the 11,550 charge. That's an entirely different case number. This one here is for the original charge that we bailed you on, 11,379. Then I had a special allegation, 12022.1.
They said a gun.
What gun?
What? There was no gun. There's never
That's what
been a
that-
weapon allegation ever on anything
got
Special allegation is for getting busted
while he's out on bail.
They released you OR on your own recognizance on the
on the misdemeanor.
that was up for the under the influence deal.
Right.
Because anyhow, like I said, the surety company said they don't want the liability. I have to take them back. The first time when I bailed you out, when Gail and them came in over, and, I bailed you out and whatnot, everything was fine. But then you got popped again for similar charges. Then when they nailed you on the 11,550, it's another related charge, misdemeanor, but it's another related charge on your own recognizance.
Released us on our own recognizances on all
There's
of
no
them.
documentation of that. There isn't. Believe me,
Yes,
there
there
isn't. Because I looked all over in the
I read it
in the
in the
minute
papers
orders
that
and
we
everything
have.
else.
But what about me, though? I'm going to be stuck there all night.
No, not necessarily. Don't be sweating, Billy.
We don't have
We're
any
gonna
money to bail
yeah, I know.
out.
I know. I wouldn't be spending the time here talking to you and everything else like that if I wasn't trying to help you. I know it's a tough deal, but we're in the business of bailing folks out, not running around doing this crap. I don't like having to do this. I really don't. That was nerve-wracking. Normally, we would not take that much time doing something like that. The primary reason why I did that, although we check our documentation with the court to confirm on minute orders and documentation and everything, there's always a possibility that maybe that day that I was in there, something occurred after, maybe a matter of hours after I'd already been there confirming all the information. The reason why I was talking to our subject's girlfriend was because she was indicating she had proof, documented proof, that they were released on their own recognizance, or OR. As it turned out, they were released on their own recognizance, however, it was not on our case. It was on a entirely different case, so we got that out of the way right there. I'd rather go ahead and take a little bit of additional time. Everyone was safe. We had plenty enough coverage within the strike team that it afforded that I could go ahead and do that. However, if I would have been out there, just one or two of us, I wouldn't have taken the time. I would have hooked him. We would have went ahead and transported and booked him. Variables within this business are such that you're dealing with a human personality who is entirely different, and you don't know if that guy, he could have had charges from several years back. There's always a possibility that we could have some guy that's a loon. We do not take chances. We're not the Rambo mentality. Everybody goes home safe. Nobody gets hurt, including our skip. So it went down very well. See, where the surety company went goofy is because he saw this on there. They tried to call it. It had been disconnected, and said, "Well, where is he?"
Yeah, so
No, where is he?
I thought it was
Well, did he come into the office? No, So this was for January 9th.
I didn't know I had to come into the office.
See, I instructed, and I didn't want to stand there arguing with Gail or anything. But I gave specific instructions to make sure that she come into the office.
Well, she never.
When all that was done, when everything was finished up and whatnot. But when that came up, they just they went nuts. They went nuts. Put it this way, Billy. We bail you out on $5,000. You're cool and everything for 5 months. Boom, you get another 11,378, 11,479 charge. That was when you got picked up in the car or something? Mm-hmm. Okay, then you get popped. They're looking and going, whoa, we had this guy out on bond and here what he did it again. And then the kicker was when you got popped for 11,550.
That was 2 days after I went to court.
Yep. Dude, you should have known. You should have known, dude.
Well,
Damn, no, Nick, really, man.
wasn't that-
Check it out. Check it out, man. You just get out of court 2 days later. Wow, they popped you for 11,550. But 3 days before you went to court, it was a dirty test.
Yeah, from the 3 days before.
There you go. No wonder they were freaking.
Yeah, but the fire was already over with.
The telephone's been disconnected and whatnot. They're going, whoa, man, what's with this guy? So what happened with you and your lady then? You guys got into beef or something? She said come over and keep the peace for you?
Yeah, so I could get some stuff out of there, and there wasn't anything.
Well, maybe that's why, because I don't know for sure or not, but I think somebody went by the house over there and you weren't there. Well, where were you hanging your hat then? You had another girlfriend, huh, dude? Yeah, I did. Dog, man. Not her little lady or nothing like that. What are these other gals going to be able to help you out? Because they got financial way of doing that for you?
Well, what do I have to do now?
Well, because this bond's going to be revoked, and then once that's done, then you'll have to post another 5. It'll be the same charge.
Same charge?
Yeah, it'll be the same charge right here. Right in there, Billy. He's pretty much calmed down, and we gave him some suggestions what he can do. Contact him, maybe someone else, because his girlfriend was indicating that she just doesn't have the money. But he said that he may have a friend that might be able to help him out. So, you never know. Okay, that's a done deal, Lee. All right, good job. Good job. Our mission, our goal was completed, so it's a done deal.
We're going after Kenneth Hockett tonight in Raleigh, North Carolina. He's wanted for failure to appear, reference assault inflicting serious bodily injury. So maybe we'll get lucky and find him tonight. His house is right up here on the right, and I have gone after him before. It's the truck and the ZX and all that stuff up here. How you doing? Show you a picture of this guy. I think he lives right next door. Kenneth Hockett.
No, he don't live over here no more.
He used to though?
Yeah. Yeah, I rent that apartment next door.
Okay.
The guy that works for me is in there right now.
All right, thank you. Let's hurry up before he might call him. He knows him that well. Down the road. Yes, ma'am. Hi, I'm sorry to bother you this time of night. I'm Brian Moody. I'm a bail enforcement agent. We're looking for Kenneth Hockett. I believe he's your son. Oh, he's not. He's your stepson. Is his father home? Mm-hmm. If he knows the whereabouts or whatever, just have him to give us a call. Give me a call. Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you, man. Bye-bye. He's not in there. I believe that. I believe it's his stepmother. She said she hadn't seen him in a couple weeks. We're going after Kenneth Hockett again for our second night, trying to locate this suspect. He's wanted for failure to appear on assault inflicting serious bodily injury. We got a phone number. I paged him last night. He called me back on my caller ID, located the number. I had the phone number traced today, got a good address on him. So now we're going to move in on him, and hopefully he'll be home. Well, I got to sneak down there to it first. We just passed the suspect's address. It's 123D. I got to make sure exactly which door it is. I just got to make sure he's inside the residence before we go in the residence after. Bell enforcement agent, sir. Are you the only one that resides here? Is this a boarding house? Is it A, B, C, and D? He's upstairs now. Okay, in D.
I think he's up there with his mother.
Is he by himself?
I think he's up there with his mother.
Okay. Is there a way out?
Not unless he goes up to him.
Okay. Hey, how you doing? I'm Moody. I'm a bail enforcement agent. Kenneth here.
Kenneth?
Yeah. Where's he at? You're sleeping. Kenneth. Agent Moody, I'm a bail enforcement agent. Go and stand up. You're under arrest. You got some clothes?
Yeah.
You know what this is about? Huh? A God, an idea, maybe? Go and turn around. Okay, bud. You got it? There you go. Did you fail to show up in court on the charge?
I have no clue.
You don't have a clue. Assault inflicting serious injury. That's what you got out on bond on?
Yeah, man.
And why didn't you show up for court then?
So I lost the paper again.
You lost the paper.
Yeah, well, actually, I was going to go down there, but then I just started working again.
But you noticed someone was going to be coming after you, know it?
Yeah.
And couldn't you have called at all? Or?
I was homeless and you know what I'm saying?
I know, but it's worse when you have a failure to appear, you know what I'm saying? Crazy excuse to just say you lost the papers. You could have called the clerk's office and got the court date.
Well, it wasn't. It was just the whole situation.
What, being homeless and all?
Yeah, it was like, you know, ain't nobody care.
What was the charge about? I mean,
this girl ran over me with her car, so I got up and kicked her window out.
oh really?
Yeah.
And she was injured or something?
Yeah, a piece of glass barely even hit her.
Oh really?
Yeah. Really.
What was it? Your ex-girlfriend or something? Or?
Yeah, I already been to jail twice for it.
Oh really? Here we go. We're right here in the van. Terry, you want to get in first? Okay. You know your bond is going to double this time, right? It's probably going to be $4,000 now. We knocked on the door, proceeded inside, and located the suspect asleep in the back room. This is the way that I like them all to go down. There was no resistance. There was no trouble at all. And another night, we're going home safe and alive.